Direct speech and indirect speech. Class 8 English Grammar. Reported speech. Reported speech is used to retell or report what other person has actually said. It is very usual in everyday language. When you report someone's words, you can do it in two ways. First, direct speech, and second, indirect speech. Direct speech. When we use the exact words of the speaker, it is called the direct speech. For example, he said, "I work in a bank." Note that in direct speech, inverted commas are used to indicate the exact words of the speaker. A comma is placed immediately after the reporting verb. For example, my friends said, "We enjoyed our holiday in London." Indirect speech. When we do not quote the exact words of a speaker while we report what he or she said, it is known as reported speech. For example, he said that he worked in a bank. In indirect speech, we use the conjunction that immediately before the reported words. Change the pronouns. Change the tense of the verb and do not use inverted commas. For example, my friends said that they had enjoyed their holiday in London. Reporting verb and reported speech. Look at this sentence. Sophia said, "My father has a roaring business in UK." The actual words of the speaker given within inverted commas are called the reported speech. In the same way, the verb which introduces the reported speech is called the reporting verb. In the sentence above, said is the reporting verb and my father has a roaring business in UK is the reported speech. Let's see some examples of direct speech and indirect speech. "I have forgotten to bring my lunch with me," he said. He said that he had forgotten to bring his lunch with him. "I enjoy working in my garden," said Bob. Bob said that he enjoyed working in his garden. They complained, "We have been waiting for hours." They complained that they had been waiting for hours. Change in pronouns. The pronouns change according to the context or situation. For example, he said to me, "I will call you at 5. He told me that he would call me at 5. Rules for the change of tense. If the reporting verb is in the present or future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech does not change. Let's see some examples. Rico says, "She has brought fame to her family." Rico says that she has brought fame to her family. She will say, "I have sent him a present." She will say that she has sent him a present. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech must be changed into the corresponding past tense. For example, I said, "I am speaking the truth." I said that I was speaking the truth. He said, I visited New York last year. He said that he had visited New York the previous year. Most common transformation. Change in tenses from direct speech to indirect speech. Is or am will change to was. Are to were. Have to had. Do to did. Did had done. Was or were had been and had been no change. Change in modals from direct speech to indirect speech. Will to would. Can to could. Must to had to. May to might. Can to could. Should and ought to no change. Place and time. Words or phrases expressing nearness in time generally change to those expressing distance. Today will change to that day. Now to then or at the moment. Yesterday, the day before. Days ago, days before. Last week, the week before. Next year, the following year. Tomorrow, the next day or the following day. Here to there. This to that. These to those. Ago to previously or before. Tonight to that night. Conversion of interrogative sentences from direct to indirect. Rules to follow. The reporting verb is changed into ask, inquire or demand. No conjunction is used if the question begins with an interrogative word, such as what, who, whose, when, which, where, why, how, whom, etc. If or whether is used to introduce the reported speech if the reported speech has no question word. Change the questions into statements. Put full stop in the place of mark of interrogation. Let's see some examples. They said to her, "Whose house are you purchasing?" They asked her whose house she was purchasing. I said to her, "Could you give me your notes?" I asked her if she could give me her notes. She said to me, "Is it raining?" She asked me if it was raining. Imperative sentences into indirect speech. Imperative sentences are of three kinds: advice, order, and request. So, according to the type of sentence, the reporting verb said or said to is changed into ordered, requested, advised, etc. And instead of that, to is used to join the reported speech. For example, Noah said to him, "Open your book." Noah ordered him to open his book. "Don't sit on my bed," I said. I requested him not to sit on my bed. Reflection. Reported speech is simply when we tell somebody what someone else said. There are two different ways in which we can report the words of a speaker. Direct speech, which contains the actual words of the speaker. Indirect speech, which gives the substance of the speaker's actual words and not the exact words spoken by him or her. Practice time. Children, write answers to these questions in your English revision book. That is it, my dear children. Thank you.